Hey, this is CG1, and thank you so much for joining me once again. I want to talk to you about the power of emotions. This is actually quite interesting because I'm sure you're aware that there can be positive or even negative emotions. And I know for myself, I've always struggled with emotions and how I felt, especially growing up when I was younger. And I know that there were times when I would feel all sorts of different things, whether it be sadness or feeling really afraid or feeling nervous about something. And whenever somebody would come and ask me, Joe, what's wrong? It would always be followed up with nothing. And it's quite interesting because I struggled with how to actually express and share how I felt about certain things with people. And so obviously growing up, I've had to work extremely hard with this because emotions are so powerful. And even from just this example, it shows how emotions can control your actions. And that's how significant and powerful it is. See, positive emotions can lead to constructive things, like really constructive things, but negative emotions can lead to destructive things. This really compounds on how powerful emotions can be for the good or for the bad, constructive and destructive. See, long ago there was an experiment that was carried out. So there was a prisoner who was condemned to die because he's committed an atrocious crime in society, so he was condemned to die. And he was approached to give, if he gave his consent, he would be freed. But yet, if he didn't, then he obviously just die. So he obliged and said, yeah, I mean, anything's better than dying. There might be an opportunity to escape. So he consented to the experiment, which was essentially that they wanted to find out how much blood a person can lose and live. And so he was cut on his legs. Do you know what? Just a little bit, to the point where just practically very little blood would escape from his leg, but it was in a dark room, so he couldn't see anything. So he had to stay there through the night in this dark room. And so they left him in this dark room throughout the night. And this prisoner heard some dropping noise. And literally, come morning time, he was found dead. Because he believed that the droppings that he heard was blood gushing out of his leg. But like I said, the cut was so small and insignificant that practically very little blood escaped. This showed how he took an emotion of fear of having losing so much blood that it killed him. It's quite interesting how a lot of people who fall into different illnesses and diseases are mainly afraid of these sort of things. And people like doctors and so who have to deal with it, that have very little fear about it, don't struggle as much with these illnesses and disease. See, emotions are so powerful that you have to learn how to deal with it. And now maybe in a video to come, I'll share more about how to control your emotions. Because in understanding and comprehending the power of emotions, you learn that positive feelings can be very constructive in creative ways, that negative feelings can be destructive and set you back. This is CG1, and you have the seed of greatness.